Well, I don't think there's any question that Corona, as hard as it was, didn't put a light on some health issues we have in Louisiana. I don't think there's any question that we have to look at diabetes and the effects, especially among the poor, the most vulnerable that we have. The first wave that took people out, basically that's where they came from. I think we need to look at that. There's got to be, we haven't cured diabetes yet, but we can control it. And undoubtedly there are people that control it better, because I know diabetics that made it through. So there's some that control better than others, or possibly take better care of themselves. I'm not sure what the answers to those are, but I know that's, for me, that would be a main topic, because we know health-wise that Louisiana is not healthy. We just have to look at the numbers. Other things, the Medicare, Medicaid payments, we're going to have to do some stuff about that. There'll be changes. We worked on that last year. We'll continue. Anywhere there's money, there's going to always be problems. I think infrastructure, just being sure that if we were to ever have anything like this again, to be set up a little better to handle. I've worked hard to try to bring business to our area. I've gone to businesses prior to my election to try to get people to look. And I know the mayor there in Logansport, where I live, I've worked with him. I've made trips to other places. And this was all before I got elected. Since I've gotten elected, I hadn't had time to do that as much, but I will call and try. But I really believe that the I-49, the completion of I-49 through Shreveport, while people ask me, why are you interested in that? I do serve part of Southern Shreveport. Why I would be so interested in that, and I got the $100 million for that project, because I think when I moved to Logansport, the people that lived in Logansport primarily worked in Shreveport. As AT&T closed, General Motors closed, Gould Battery, all those places, Beard Poland, as those places closed, the people that lived in Logansport continued to live. They just retired and didn't work. Now there's a lot of older folks there, the few that have any money. Then there are a lot of poor people that live there because that's the only place they've got. Obviously, it's cheaper to live in Logansport or in that area, Mansfield, and DeSoto Parish. Stonewall would be the exception because they've got business there. The school has worked well there, and they've got people there. So for me, it's about I'd like to see I-49 completed, and once we do that, it'd be east-west on I-20, north-south on 49. I think it would make Shreveport a hub, and that would create businesses and growth for all the areas, not just where I particularly live in my district, but also districts around that. And I can't tell you how important I think that is, and we'll see. Louisiana people want to work, and there are going to be ways to make money. Now, I do believe that there's going to be some change. For instance, like in some of the smaller or larger areas like New Orleans, Baton Rouge, Shreveport, the small mom and pop bars and restaurants, I think we'll see an end of that. And they'll come in, bigger groups will come in, but there are going to be people that are hungry and want to drink and need to be entertained. And I think as time goes on, we're going to see those things. There'll be other industries that come out of that. Not only the housing industry would get better, and it is good now because of low interest rates, but I think business in general will get better. And I think we saw a little of that at the end, right before the second COVID. I think we'll see another spike because people want to go to work. I have them call me, or a lot about when's this all going to be completely over? When can we not worry? Well, I'm not sure that's going to happen anytime in the next several years, but the hope is it will, and I think that we'll bounce back. And I think the money that we've received from the federal government, and also from the work of the storms, which nobody wants the storms, but that does create a lot of taxing situation. People buy lumber and things to rebuild, and of course FEMA comes in and pours in money. But I do think that in times like this, when we're told to stay at home, to wear a mask, to don't go around each other, that sort of thing, those sorts of situations like we were in during COVID, that there has to be some help when my business is closed, I have no money to pay my employees. I have to let them go. And, for a while that worked. It did. It's been some major problems. And of course, we hear those. And I'm hoping that we're making strides to take care of all that. Bad things happen. I've always thought if something bad happens to me, that means I got something good coming right behind it. If I have a lot of good things happen, I'm going to be aware because there's going to be something bad comes, but don't worry because there'll be something good behind that. That's just my optimistic view. I'm a Christian. I believe that all these things will happen. I really don't believe in predestination, as things are meant to be so much, but I do think that things are logical, and if I approach things the right way, good things will happen. If I expect good things to happen, I think good things will, and I always expect good things.